All right, first and foremost, thank you for joining us today for the 863 Spring Kickoff Media Day. Basically a celebration of the return of spring football here in the 863 market. I'm hoping to get the opportunity to learn some things about the different programs who are going to be joining us today. First up, we have Mulberry Panthers. Coach, could you introduce yourself and the players that you brought today?
Sure. Thank you for having us, Hassani. My name is Brad Matheny. I'm the head football coach at Mulberry. To my right is Cedric Cool-Townsend, starting free safety from last year, led Polk County in interceptions. Beside him is a senior safety, Paul Sledge, and our senior quarterback, Colin Taylor.
Okay. First question, Coach. You decided to bring these players on the main stage to represent the program today. Talk about each one briefly for our audience, what they bring to the program from a character and athletic standpoint, and what college coaches can expect to see out of each if they stop by to visit practice in spring.
The three that I have with me today sort of earned the right to be here today through academics, work ethic in the weight room, and in the off season, and their performance with the program since they've been here. Cedric led the county in interceptions last year, started free safety for us, had a great year, so we're expecting that to carry over into a senior season. Paul's probably one of our hardest workers overall in the program. Great student, high GPA, just battles. And he started as a sophomore as a wide receiver and switched over to the defensive side and played safety for us last year. And again, just does a great job all around. And then Colin has been in our program now for 3 years. He had the unfortunate, got hurt on the first play of the first game last year and broke his leg, and missed the entire junior season after having a good off season and coming into last year in a quarterback competition, and did real well in our Kickoff Classic and spring game against Avon Park, and was looking forward to the season, but had the unfortunate incident with the leg, and so he's rehabbed and worked hard to get back, and does, again, the same thing. Great student, great work ethic on and off the field, and just a leader that we're counting on this year to lead our football team.
What has been the biggest challenge you faced last fall that you look to overcome starting this spring with your returning group of players?
I would say finishing. We played really good football for the first 8 weeks of the season, our first 8 games. We had a bad situation. We played the Kickoff Classic in a week 1 opener that we played a lot of subs in, and then got rained out of a week 2 game and couldn't reschedule that, and then had a week 3 bye, so we had about 4 weeks off really before we played a real tough rival game with Fort Meade, and then was able to bounce back after that loss and put together a real good run. And like I said, we just sort of ran out of gas at the end and didn't play well against Poinciana or Lake Placid, and give them guys credit. They fought through and were a little tougher than us. So we want to create a little bit more energy and juice to finish strong and continue to climb that ladder as we go through the season.
Okay. You helped lead the program back to the playoffs in your first year. You returned 7 starters on offense, 6 on defense. What type of work have you done with your returning players this offseason to keep that momentum going that you've established heading into the spring?
Well, it's a little harder at Mulberry than it is at some of the other larger schools, because a lot of our kids play other sports. We've got Paul, for example, in track. We've got we've got kids playing baseball, and our baseball team has turned it around and done really well this year, and basketball as well. And so we've hit the weight room hard. We've tried to get them to buy in to finishing in the weight room, to continue to do what we were talking about earlier, is finishing the season strong and not losing any momentum, pushing the word finish in the weight room all the time. The kids go out and do 7-on-7 and play amongst themselves to try to work on skills and do the off-season conditioning part of it, and do a really good job with that. But other than that, just mentally working on the game. We'll attend a bunch of showcases and combines this summer to get them to continue to improve and work towards the season that way.
Okay, this next question is for all the players to answer individually. What are your individual goals that you hope to accomplish, and what are some team goals that you hope to see you all reach during the spring period?
For me personally, I think I want to finish out the season since I didn't really get to last year. I want to show everyone what I got, and I think for a team, something we really need to focus on is clicking together, fully gelling, being a full team.
For me, I wouldn't want to for my goals of this season, I really just want to build a more chemistry with my team this year and enjoy the moments for my senior year and just build a more strong bond with my team.
Well, for me, I just want to go out there for my senior year, leave it all with no regrets, none of that. Just leave it all on the field, play amongst my brothers, have fun, and all that. Then for the team, I just want us to win district and all that.
Hey Coach, Andy Gilmar, Speed Live Sports. I haven't seen your guys' 24 schedule, but I mean, just do you guys have that completed? And if so, I mean, who's the first opponent? And I mean, what are some key games that you guys are going to be playing this season?
Okay, yeah, I'll run that down real quick. We have upgraded the schedule considerably for us this past year, and again, you remember we're a small school, but we open up the spring. We're going to play Winter Haven and Davenport, a 6 and 7A school in the spring game. Then we're going to play arch rival Hardee and Strawberry Crest, another 7A school, in the spring or in the fall classic. And then we open up with Avon Park week 1. We play Kathleen week 2, which is a 7A school. We have week 3 as our bye. Week 4 is Fort Meade, which is a traditional rival. We've not beaten Fort Meade in years. Week 5 is Discovery. Week 6 is Hardee away. Week 7 is St. Pete Catholic, new team on the schedule. Week 8 is DeSoto, a district game as well. Week 9 is Frostproof. Week 10 is Northport, who went 6 and 4 last year. And then week 11 we play Lake Region.
Just based on last year, your first year going into the second with the schedule, and then kind of seeing the change from Metro Suburban and other classifications, and how important it is to have a strong schedule. I mean, how much did you take in from last year to know, I got to put together a strong schedule in order to, qualify for the postseason?
Well, we did that intentionally. We wanted to, me personally as a coach, I don't like coaching in games that are running clocks at halftime, and we had 2 or 3 of those last year, so we tried to get away from having any of that. And upgraded the schedule. We feel pretty good for us. Again, district-wise, we're going to play Hardee and DeSoto, which we've not played. They're going to be our district opponents, and they'll be new. Northport, Kathleen will be good additions that are bigger, stronger schools. So we've got to step up our game a little bit, and we did that all looking towards the playoffs. And again, like the kids said, players said, we want to try to win a district championship. We haven't done that since 2007 and 8, I believe was the last time Mulberry won a district championship. So we want to try to do that and get into the playoffs and get a playoff win to start building the program.
And then last one for me, I mean, it's going to be a loaded question, just with all the changes and everything going on in high school football over the off season, from NIL to classifications. I mean, how much do you feel like this is one of the off seasons where so much has been packed in before spring football, kind of put on your guys' plate as head coaches and a staff before anything even kicks off? Well,
from a coaching standpoint, I was sharing that with Hassani this morning. It's really difficult because you don't even know who your team is until first day of August when you show up, because it's an open market. They come and go as they please. The grass is not always greener on the other side, so to say. But again, I think we've got some guys on our team that have bought in and know that they want to try to accomplish these goals together at Mulberry to try to change our program. We've got great facilities to be able to do it with. We went out and got 2 sets of uniforms and new game pants to look sharp this year. So that part of it, it's frustrating because, like I said, we've lost 5 potential starters from last year's squad already this year, either due to injury or transfer. And we've gotten 1 or 2 in. We got some kids in last year that helped, and again, these guys touched on it as far as building a chemistry and a bond that we want to do it with the guys that want to be at Mulberry and play and have a chance to thrive and succeed. So, again, maybe ask that question come August, late July, after we went to the Grinded Out camp as a team camp that we think is a great bond, team building type thing for us. We go and spend 3 days and compete against 7 other schools. We'll do that, and we'll go to showcases and take the kids to get exposure that want to be there and build off of that.
Thank you, Coach.
This next question is for Cedric. Scouts would consider you undersized at 5'7", 135, 140 pounds, but you played a big game all season long, leading the county in interceptions along with adding 83 tackles on the season. Where does this confidence in your game come from that has allowed you to show up big for your team in those critical moments?
My brother, he tell me every day, straight up, like, just go out there, leave it all out on that field. And, I'm coming from Lakeland, so I'm already knowing what to do, because you got Carmoney, you got Kamar, you got Deidre, you got all them. They already installed the game already in me with Ahmad on them. And just coming to Mulberry, just giving me that chance to just let me be me. That's all, and I think Coach Medina for that, just giving me that chance to go show what I could do. Just let me be free and go play my game.
Connor and Paul, you both carry over a 3.7 GPA, showing the importance of academics in your career. And you've also both been 2-year starters at the program, showing the importance of being dependable on the field. Why has it been so important to you two athletes to excel in those areas, both academically and athletically?
It's important to keeping a high GPA because coaches will look at that, and having a great GPA takes you a long ways. Gives you more opportunities in colleges.
Colin, student athlete, student comes first. I think if I can be a student in school, it's going to help me translate to become a better football player.
Sonny, I got a quick follow-up. What are y'all looking to do in terms of college? Any thoughts on what you're planning on studying or anything? Have y'all thought about that yet?
Me personally, I think I'm going to go criminology.
Nice.
I was gonna study in business.
Nice.
Law.
There you go.
All right, Coach, as we wrap this up, do you have any final words you'd like to leave fans or college coaches of what they can look out for this spring with your program?
I'd just like to put the word out there that we have some players at Mulberry. A lot of times college coaches will come through Polk County and they'll hit the big schools, but they go right on by Mulberry. And we had a kid sign at Kaiser, which was the NAIA national champions this year. Had 5 or 6 offers and some D2 offers. We've had some of the big boys stop into school. UCF, USF, Florida State. Some of those guys will stop in, but really just to say we have some quality kids that can play the game as well. Maybe it's at the D3 NAIA Division II level. That's okay. In today's recruiting world, you're still in that top 7% if you're getting a chance to play at the next level. I don't care what level it is. And with the transfer portal, there's over 12,000 people in the transfer portal right now with only 1,300 spots for them to land. Division I is the 4- and 5-star kids that are fortunate enough to have that opportunity, but we've got some quality kids that can play the game of football at Mulberry. And again, with 33, 34 years of experience, I'll definitely be on the phone and calling coaches to promote our guys. The other thing is we're just like the one guy asked. We're looking forward to the challenge of the new schedule. I mean, it's going to be competitive every week for us. We've got to tee it up and play 10 weeks and see where the chips fall at the end of 10 weeks. But we're excited about that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Like that. All right, Coach, thank you for joining us today. That's the Mulberry Panthers.